What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Thanks so much for tuning in this week. So for this video I wanted to do a first impression on the Matte and Metal Huda Beauty liquid eyeshadows. I bought 5 of them. She released new shades apart from her first launch maybe like a month ago, I don't remember. So I'm going to be swatching them for you guys and also creating a few looks so you can see how they work. I have seen a few reviews. They are pretty tricky little suckers to work with, so I kind of wanted to show you guys and like just my tips on how to really use liquid like matte shadows, because the way that I've been seeing certain people use them makes me cringe a little bit, but it's okay. But it's okay, we can talk later. Anyways, let's go ahead. I'm going to start these swatches for you guys. So these are all the swatches right here. I definitely have my favorites. So when I first started seeing people use this and kind of try them online, one mistake that I saw a lot of people do was when they put concealer on their eyelids, they either put too much and then they set it with powder. You want to avoid that, because once you put powder and then you try to put liquid on top of that and then blend it out seamlessly, that's a no-no. It's gonna get patchy and it's gonna be hard to blend. It's gonna stick weird in certain spots, so keep that in mind. I am gonna try and just kind of add a little bit tiny of concealer and just pat it in with my finger and then go in with the liquid shadow. So for the first look I'm going to use the first 2 neutral ones, which is Do Not Disturb, Room Service, Double Pump Latte, and Drop Top. These 2 are definitely my 2 favorite neutral ones. I'm gonna be my go-to when I want to do like lazy looks. So yeah, that's the first one that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so we can focus on the eyes and get started. So I haven't done my eyebrows or anything like that, because just in case I mess up and I can, you know, and I want to wipe it off, I can, and it won't be the end of everything. So I am going to apply a little bit of concealer on my lid, just a tiny bit, just to conceal a bit and create a base. I also didn't add any moisturizer onto my lid. I didn't want it to be too slippery or anything like that, so yeah. So the first shade I'm going to take into my crease is Double Pump Latte. I'm going to take a little bit of that and just put it in a little bit higher so that it could be my transition shade, because I think that color on its own, it's a little bit too light. And you want to kind of work a little fast with these. don't take your sweet ass time because they will stick and then dry down and not budge. But yeah, that blended out very seamlessly with the concealer as a base. I'm really impressed. I didn't think it was gonna blend out that well with the concealer. I think I have to zoom you guys in a little bit. I can't tell if my lights are washing out the color, so I've put them down a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't look too dark. I'm also zooming you guys in a little bit more so you can be part of the action a little bit up close and personal. But that really blended out really nice. I feel like it blended out pretty good. I just see it a little bit sitting in between my lines because of the concealer, but I do feel like placing that concealer created like a smooth base and helped it blend out a little bit easier. I'm gonna go ahead and take Room Service now. It's this shade, and put a little bit of that into my crease. I think I want to take it with a smaller brush just in case, so a little bit more of concentrated pigment. So yeah, I'm gonna put that very lightly on the outer. Okay, see, that blended out better. I just needed a little bit more in that side. I don't really see any patchiness or anything like that, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye, and now I know how much to add. So before I add anything else, I kind of want to see how they work with powder shadows now, but I'm gonna let them dry off a little bit. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and use this is the Desi X Katie Francation palette. It looks like this. I'm just gonna use Necessary and kind of help blend this out up here. To deepen up my crease, because it looks a little bit too light and I do want to create a cut crease, I'm gonna take, oh my god, what's happening? I'm gonna take this shade right here into my crease. Oh wow, that's really good. I want to keep away from adding too much color onto my lid, because I am going to create a cut crease, so I'm not really worried about it being patchy in this area right here, because I am going to cut all the way. So for the shimmer, I'm going to create a cut crease with it. I'm going to show you guys how easy it actually is to create a cut crease. So I'm going to take the shade Drop Top. And this is the shimmer that comes with Double Pump Latte. So a tip that I want to give you guys when it comes to working with these shimmers is to apply a thin layer at a time. Actually, don't even, if you have a pretty good layer, do not go in and apply multiple layers, because then that's gonna create a very crusty looking eyelid and you don't want that, trust me. So we're just gonna take it and kind of take all that excess off of the wand and just close your eye halfway and just lightly start tapping it. I haven't gone in and used any more. I'm just gonna take a little tiny more because it is dry, just for the outer corner right there. And that's about it. I'm just looking to see I didn't miss anything and that the line is nice and curved. So yeah, that's the cut crease for the eye. I'm gonna go ahead and do this other eye now. So this is the cut crease. I'm gonna go ahead and add wing liner now. I feel like once I add wing liner, it's gonna look a lot more complete. And yeah, I'll be right back to show you guys the final look. Alright guys, so this is the look all done. I did my face and the rest of it off camera because the focus was the eyeshadow. I really love how this look came out. Like, the eyeshadow looks amazing. At first it looked a little because I don't know, like the liquid mattes, they're good for a quick easy look, but when you want to create a little bit more of dimension on your eye, it gets a little difficult because they're all kind of blend out a little pastel-y, if that makes sense. Like they're very smooth and light. So I went in with a darker powder shadow, and it worked really good on top of it. So I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can see the detailed work with the cut crease and also how the shimmer looks. I did see a lot of videos where people complained where the shimmer kind of like, what's the word, got really crusty on them and kind of like folded weirdly on their lid. But once again, like I mentioned earlier, in order to avoid that, don't cake on concealer on your eyelid. Also, use the product itself to cut your crease, and don't go in with concealer then with a shimmer. When you pack on too much product on top of one another, it just cakes on and it's gonna start to crack, and that's when it looks really weird and nasty. But yeah, I didn't have that problem. So this is what the eyeshadow looks like up close. As you can see, it blended out really well when I blended out the powder within the liquid matte. Like, it's very gradient, very beautiful. Also, I cut the crease with the shimmer. I applied a very thin layer. I thought that I was gonna have the same trouble as everybody else. I was a little scared. I was like, so beautiful, such a beautiful product, but sometimes it just doesn't work. But it worked for me and it can work for you. You just need to know how to properly use it. But yeah, I'm gonna go take some pictures now and then come back and do the other look for you guys so you can see how the rest of the shadows work.